Good morning and welcome to live chat. I hope you can all see my screen and I hope you can all hear my voice. If I could have some 111s to say, that's a lot of information, yes. But as you know, April, it's best that people are well informed before they raise their hands, okay? Hi, Rima. Well done. Congratulations. You and Som, heads or tails? It was excellent. So what you need to say there, April, is that's quite a lot of information. I know you don't like uncountable or non-count nouns, but information is a non-count, uncountable noun. Okay, so that's quite a lot of information for a Monday. Okay, Hanny, it's your first time. What do you have to do? Well, pin back your lug holes. You're in for a bumpy ride. Fasten your seatbelt. Today we're going to do live chat a la Marion is running a session on Skype this afternoon. So we're not going to look too closely at the vocabulary challenge, but we'll look at a couple of challenges from the past few weeks just to confirm you're okay with the vocabulary. Okay, as it says in the picture here, welcome to Monday Live Chat. It does what it says on the table. Now, I haven't got any 111s, so I'm presuming 111 means you can hear me. I'm presuming you can because I've got a thanks and a thank you, but that doesn't really give me the same safety net. Thank you, Rima. Thank you so much. I need that confirmation. Okay, let's move over to the forum and, sorry, no, not the forum, the live chat page. Okay, so Monday Live Chat is a chance for us to catch up on what's been going on live chat. I'll highlight a couple of sessions or a couple of threads on live chat where I've seen something. I think, okay, people might be able to benefit from this. The first one here is from somebody called Halidor, and I try to learn English. Well, you could say that I try to learn English every day, but I think what he was trying to say, or she, don't know, little head, I am trying to learn English, capital E, don't forget capital E, and I hope I'll get the possibility to use it in this chat, or I hope I'll be able to get the possibility to is too much, be able to use it in this chat or just in chat rooms. There are lots. And Halidor was replied to by Amatsu. So thank you, Amatsu. Wayesh came along. Now, this is a typical thing on live chat. Came, said hello, got replies, didn't reply. Not very nice. And again, Mohan, no idea who that is. So let's skip over that. Little's been here and Little and Zom have been having a great conversation. Little is studying for the baccalaureate. If you want to read more about that, have a look at the previous threads. Oh my goodness. But Easter is coming. More highs and hellos. And let's skip over those. Now, MD Shakib came and said, who is the bread for? Whose is the bread for? Is it a right sentence? Okay, so we did reply and didn't get a reply back from MD, but I just thought I'd point out, you can say, who is the bread for? Or whose is this bread? And if you write whose with the apostrophe there, whose is, it's like saying who is, because that apostrophe shows the missing I for who is. And you wouldn't say who is, I hope. Okay, that took us to this week. Lots of highs and hellos. Little's back. And Little, I prefer milk chocolate. You don't need to capitalize milk and chocolate. Cadbury's milk chocolate, then it's kind of the name of a brand and a product, then you could. But milk chocolate's just milk chocolate. And Zom said, what's your favourite chocolate? That's a difficult one. You should say, what's your favourite kind of chocolate? What's your favourite type of chocolate? What's your favourite chocolate if you were presenting a box? Yeah, which one's your favourite? Oh, I like the nuts. I do actually. I like the ones with nuts in. So if you like the soft centres, let's swap a box of chocolates sometime. Lots of highs and hellos and people saying anyone to talk with. Now, Good. Hello, Good. I don't know if you're here, Good. Okay. I just joined. I want to improve my speaking skill. Anyone help me? Okay. Capital. I just joined. Full stop. That's a statement. I just joined. Yeah, great. Woo. Capital I, always capital I when you're talking about yourself. Okay. I want to improve my speaking skills. Speaking involves more than one skill. Okay, there's the ability to speak, there's the ability to enunciate, there's the ability to convey the message, there's the ability to handle the grammar correctly, blah, blah, blah. So speaking skills. Anyone help me? Anyone is one word. And I would put a can there. So full stop again. Each distinctive thought. Okay, if you can think, okay, that's one thought. Give it a full stop. That's another thought. It's a different thought to the first thought. I can't join them together. Give it a full stop. And your third thought here, can anyone, one word, help me? Question mark. Don't forget your question mark. So I invited him to live chat. Good. I don't know if you're here. I can't see you. Hello, Goksu. Hello. Okay. Hazelnuts. Yeah. Oh, we're going to fight, Rima, about the chocolate. Don't forget, Rima, me too. Me to Lynn would be like, I'm talking to Lynn. Me too, comma, Lynn. That means I like chocolates with nuts as well. And Zom kindly came along and said that the live chat session is here. Edward Amos Danzelgonocruz, which I don't know. Are you here already, Edward? Are you in here? Let me have a look I haven't actually opened the control panel today, which is naughty of me, but I was panicking a bit. So let's have a look. Yes, exactly. Who? Who? Zathreem, is that? You're Edward. And are you Edward Amos Dancel Gonocruz? Are you the same Edward? Okay, this is what drives me nuts, guys. Mars, Edward. Okay, good to know. You made it. Well done. I think it is, Rima. I think it is. Okay, thank you, Mars. Thanks for letting me know. I hope is that your full name? What a mouthful. I want you to say it to me when I invite you in to speak. So, if anybody's here from live chat, let me know now. Good, if you're just say hi, I'm from live chat. It's not, it's fine. That's why you made Moz. Yeah, but it should be Iamg or Iam or something like that. Oh, my printer's just switched on. Somebody hacking me, the Russians hacking me, trying to print out on my computer. Don't. Or it could be Hubby. You know, Hubby started to do things remotely. It freaks me out. I'm waiting for him to start switching the lights on and off in the house too. So, it came from Amos. Okay. Thanks, Moz. I'm going to carry on calling you Moz. I hope you don't mind. Hello, Seku. Nice to see you. So, could you type live chat if you're just from live chat, or forum if you've come from the forum? Actually, I could do a poll, couldn't I? Let's do a poll. Okay, now I don't do many polls, but I think this would be a good one. Okay. Are you here from live chat or the forum? Okay, live chat, forum. And I'm going to add a third poll option. either. Okay, I'm going to start the poll. Now, if you haven't done a poll here before, it should pop up in your window and you just have to choose, just make a choice. Okay, there's no right or wrong answer. It's not a test. Okay, it's a poll. And you make a choice. It gives me an idea of who's from where. Okay. Thank you, April. Or both. No, not both. I think the forum overrides live chat. That's a good point, actually, but it's too late now, April. I should have added that before. By the way, when I'm creating a poll, I can't see the chat. So that's a bit of a bad aspect, I guess. Thank you, Seku. You're from live chat. Awesome. Awesome. Welcome. Well, live chat is there, as it says on the label. If you're not particularly keen about joining forums, okay, because live chat is run on Discuss, you can have a Discuss count, go to multiple different threads and sites without actually committing to a forum. Okay. However, being a member of the forum can be helpful, and this is why. Okay. Let's move on to the groups. Okay, so this is the English forum. You will not see this if you're not a member, but as you're all here and you've joined us, you're going to get a little peek in, a little preview into the forum. Okay, now the Join Us for Webinars is also about the vocabulary challenge, which is what we discuss sometimes on a Monday. And this week it was Vocabulary Challenge 57, which should tell you something. It means there's been 57 vocabulary challenges to date. Some of them are easy, some of them are difficult. So those of you who took part in the vocabulary challenge, could you raise your hand? I think that's April for sure, and Monique, who can't be here but will watch the replay. So April, are you going to come and join me? I'm going to invite you anyway. I've been assured that I can invite people. Okay, now the vocabulary challenge, if you're new to the network, it's run every week, even when I'm on holiday. The joy of the internet. Okay, these sessions aren't run when I'm on holiday. You'll just find a blank screen saying the webinar hasn't started yet if I'm on holiday. But the vocabulary challenge I can set up in advance, okay? And you go to our Moodle School site, which is something that we're developing, okay? And what I'll do here... Hello, April. Can I hear you? Can you hear me? Hi, April. Are you there?
Hi, Lynn.
Oh, there you are.
But I thought the new rule is that I have to write Mike, so that's why I write Mike.
No, not if I say to you, can I hear you? Can you hear me? I get this little, it's very difficult when I'm screen sharing. I don't see the screen that says that you're there. I just get this little green message saying April has joined the room. So I like to know that you're actually in the room and you can use your mic. Guys, this is how these webinars also work. People come and talk to me when I invite them, especially on a Monday. I like to invite people in to talk to me, and when they've taken part in something. Okay, I'm going to invite Rima in a minute if you can talk. You don't have to. You can just listen. Okay, absolutely fine. If you want to come and just listen, we have lots of room for listening. For speaking, not so much room, but we can swapsy people around. But you do need to follow the instructions on the website. In fact, let me just show you the instructions. Let me go to, it's a lot for a Monday, I know, but it's as well that you're prepared. Okay, so that's how you can join us in the webinar, what you need to do and what we do. Okay, and what should you do? Okay, you're quite right. I use the same codes, April. But if I ask you a direct question, take it that I'm offering you the mic, please. So this week's challenge, as I say, it was on the Moodle site, and the Moodle site is also part of the network. Okay, we've got a few little courses beginning, but they're in very basic mode at the moment. What you're interested in is English vocabulary and the challenge. And every week, okay, you can join the challenge, but you will need the password. Okay, so as soon as you try, if you're not logged in as a student, and there are no students at the moment, that's maybe going to happen in the future, but you will need the password, which you will get from the forum. So the password for 57 was Moodler 57. Now don't expect to see anything, because in a minute you will see a message to say available until 6th of April, 11 p.m. Available until, that means these challenges have finished. Okay, it means you can't take the challenge. However, you can still learn, because the people who did take the challenge have kindly put their answers. Now, these answers are from a picture that was shown in the challenge. Okay, and by the end of the week, you can look at each other's answers. You can look it up in a dictionary. It's not an exam. It's not a test. There's no cheating. You can even ask somebody, oh, what's number 10? What's number 11? It's not a test, okay? It's like an open book thing. And there will always be a few little extra instructions. So this week, I asked you to look for the bloop. April, you took the challenge. Was it easy or difficult?
Some are easy, and some are a little bit confusing.
Okay, not sums. If you say to me sums, I think maths. So some
Oh,
were easy.
some.
Oh, I can't type today. Hang on. Some, my fingers got on the wrong keyboard. The keys on the keyboard. That was nonsense. Some were easy. Some is plural, okay? And some were difficult. And what did you do with the difficult ones? What did you do about the difficult ones?
I put a question mark.
I thought so. Okay, but how did you guess that, or did you look it up?
Okay, I look it up. I
Okay,
try to look it up, and sometimes I will find it on the internet. And if I don't find anything, then I will guess something that I think you will mean I will have to write, and with a question mark at the end.
okay. Now Saral also had to go, but I'm not sure if Saral is here. I can't see Saral um, in the actual attendees. Now, this is where sometimes when you join these sessions, you get the chance to enter a name. Try to use the same name, Moz, from the forum if you're joining from the forum, or live chat if you're joining from live chat. Makes it a little easier for me to know who to invite in, okay? Because live chat is about people who've been interacting on the network. Although, as I said before, everybody is welcome to come and speak. And if we have time at the end of the session, I'll just basically invite everybody in to speak to me. I like speaking. I like other people speaking. Okay, so at the end of the week, at the end of the challenge, hopefully before Monday, sometimes not, but hopefully before Tuesday, when the new challenge begins, I will put up as I say, the possible answers. English is a complex language. We have more than one possibility. And often you'll see this, NAME, doesn't mean name, it means North American English. There are differences between British English and American English. And when possible, I like to highlight them so that you can choose which to use, but it's really important in an international world of English to understand both, because some people learn British English, some people learn American English, some people learn both, and they mix them up. And you'll speak to Americans, people from the Americas tend to learn American English. People from Asia tend to learn British English. People from the Middle East tend to learn both. I mean, you just don't know which English you're going to need. So try to be aware of this difference and accept both. Yeah, there's no need to argue about whether somebody's a news presenter or a news anchor or a news broadcaster. It doesn't matter as long as you understand what the person is saying. I can't stress that enough. Arguing about which is the best English is a waste of your learning time. Okay? Okay. So, some possible answers. News presenter, that tends to be British English. News anchor, it's a funny word, isn't it? Anchor, because it's normally on a ship. North American English. April, had you heard of this? You put newsreader. That's absolutely fine as well. Newsreader is okay. News presenter, newsreader. There's only one problem with the newsreader. It can also be a technical solution. Nowadays with the internet, you can get newsreaders that will read the news for you. But that's fine too. Okay, I would accept that too. Had you heard of the term news anchor before, April?
Yes, because we say that also in Dutch, but we write it, of course, a little bit different with
We'll come
A
to
and
that.
we say that also anchor. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, sometimes your Dutch comes through into your spelling. Now, live coverage, topical event, news events. Again, that was more about what was happening in the picture. Okay, so yeah, broadcast screen. That came later, more clearly. It was more about what was on the screen, and it was live coverage, and that can be shown by the news ticker. Okay, a news ticker is something like this. You might have seen them on broadcasts when it turns up at the bottom of the screen and it scrolls across the bottom of the screen, and it's often to announce quite important events that are happening now, almost interrupting the broadcast. Okay, international correspondent, reporter, journalist, interviewer. April, an interview.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
With two E's actually. No, did I?
Interview. Interviewer.
Interviewer.
Okay, I knew what had happened. That's very Dutch. And the
Well,
same
which
for
number, Lynn? Oh,
interviewee.
number five. Number five. Isn't it a new? Isn't it an English word? Because I think. Let me see. Let me check
You've
it.
not been looking in your dictionary again,
Yeah,
have you?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
In my
don't use that
dictionary,
dictionary.
it is. I got it from my dictionary. So,
Okay. You might see something for, I don't know, maybe for the pronunciation. Okay. Might look something similar because it's interviewer, but no, interviewer, interviewee. Okay. Trust me. And throw that dictionary away. Okay. So, we'd got there rather than interviewee, eyewitness. Okay. Does everybody know what an eyewitness is? An eyewitness. Yes. Yeah, that at the end. We don't do interviewer. No, just interviewer. Okay. Okay, an eyewitness. If you think about it, what do you do with your eyes? You see things. Witness, to witness something is to see it. So it means to see something with your eyes. You're there on the spot watching it happen. Often they use it in crime reports. There were no eyewitnesses, as in nobody saw the crime. So not good news. And it's often used, two words together, eye and witness. Okay. Now, of course, on air, live broadcast, often in radio shows and in television studios, they'll have a sign outside saying on air, and it will light up, and it means don't walk into that room. So if you're at a radio station or a TV station and you see a room with a lit sign saying on air, don't go in. They will hang, draw and quarter you, or you'll end up on television. Live broadcast. Okay, broadcast is, of course, to send a signal. You can have a radio broadcast, a TV broadcast, and nowadays we've got internet broadcast, but that's more a stream. Okay, the internet is changing broadcasting. Are they broadcasting or are they streaming? I would say the BBC is a broadcaster, Netflix is a streaming service. But a lot of us get our news via streams now. Okay.
But Lynn, that is what I said. It's difficult because number 6.2, that monitor, that screen. So, and your answer is live. What was it? On air.
On air, yes.
No
yeah.
way.
Because it wasn't so much about the equipment, it was more about what's happening in the thing. Maybe I should have made that clearer. It's not wrong. Internal monitor, yeah, that's okay. But it was more about what's happening. And that's why I said find the blooper as well. Then we got onto the people. We've got the technician. Well done. I think most of you got that. The person who's doing the technical work. Monique took it further, broadcast technician. I don't think there's such a need for an adjective there. Just technician, Monique. Monique will watch this, by the way. Then, so it's not, don't forget, it's not wrong if I put something else, April. Don't think of this as like, right, wrong, right, wrong. It's not. But that's what was happening in the picture. Then you've got newsroom. The whole place was the newsroom. Okay. And again, you've got board monitor. That might have told you, okay, it's too many monitors. Monique put master control. Yeah, that's okay. The control equipment. But they were just looking for, I was just looking for the newsroom. The producer, the person who makes everything happen on time, decides which camera angles to use, decides which microphone to switch on and off, the producer. And then we got to the screen, the monitor and the news feed. Okay, all of those would have fitted there. So you're looking at the screen on your monitor. Okay, the screen is what you look at. The monitor is what it's encased in computers. And when you're in a TV studio, they don't talk about the TV, they talk about the monitors. What's on monitor 1? What's on monitor 2? Who's on monitor 3? Okay. And the news feed is, again, the information that's coming in. To feed information, it's a news feed. Now, there was some, the mistake, well done, April, was that the Prime Minister, okay, there was the report on the monitor, on the screen, was saying that an actor had been found dead in a hotel room, but the news ticker at the bottom said, Prime Minister celebrates with his wife. So obviously the news ticker was really insensitive to the actual story being broadcast. Now that's the producer's fault, but there were some verbs that could fit the scene. To break a story. Okay. When a story is breaking, it's fresh news. And you will see this term breaking news. Yeah. Means it's happening now. Usually it's bad news. Breaking news is often bad news. It wouldn't be breaking news. Queen celebrates her birthday because that's just news. Okay, they show it all the time on the television, but everybody knows it's going to happen. breaking news would be Queen abdicates. And I know the BBC have got loads of people on standby for when the inevitable happens, and they use the D word. Okay. To cover something doesn't mean physically, it just means to talk about it, to show the information, to discuss the news story. Yeah. To cover a news story means to discuss it, to write about it when you cover something in that context. To be on the scene, to report from the scene, that's the live broadcasting. Yeah. Sometimes they'll say, and here we have Lynn on the scene in Germany. To follow the news. Here's a question for you all. Do you follow the news? I do. I follow the news
Me too.
every day. Yeah. Do you? Do you just follow one particular type of news? Do you read it, watch it, listen to it? What do you do, April?
I watch always the news on TV at the news time. So it is 1, 2, 3 times a day
And
at
what are
least.
your typical news? You say news time, but is that the same news time as in the UK, do you think? What
No,
time?
no. It is in the at 1 o'clock p.m. at 1 p.m. and then at 6 p.m. and at 7 p.m. and then late in the evening at 10 o'clock after all the programs is has finished. Then they will do the last news, and after that the whole night the repeating of the news, the last news. And but reading, I read it also on Twitter. On Twitter, I'm following news and broadcast and police, and so I know a little bit about. I have the summary of everything, and then if I want to know more, I will click on the link and I will read more.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so I'd say 1 p.m, yes, 6 p.m, yes, 7 p.m, not so much, 10 o'clock, yes. We actually have a news service. I think it's the ITV one that is called the 10 o'clock news. And they keep trying to change it and it always fails. So I think it's coming back again, the 10 o'clock news. The main news time in the UK is really around between 7 and 8 a.m, the morning news. And there's a lot of time spent with the morning news, just as people are getting ready to go to work. And there's Good Morning Britain on ITV, and I think BBC. I can't remember what they call it, but I tend to have the morning news on more than the evening news. And then I listen to the news on the radio in German, because I'm learning German, of course. And then I have it on. Not on a Monday, because I'm here, but tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I always have the TV on for the morning news, just to see what's happened in the night, kind of thing. It's never good news, never good news. That's the problem with following the news, though. You get this good news, not so much. It's always bad news. Okay, so you got bad news and good news, and you never get the good news on the news. It's always bad news. Okay, to slip up. Here, that means to make a mistake. Okay, to slip up. Who slipped up? Doesn't mean to physically slip. It just means with the use of the word up, okay, this preposition, you get this phrasal verb to slip up. To flip out. That's a great one. Again, it's not physically to flip like flipping pancakes. It just means to lose your temper. Oh, he flipped out. Oh, the teacher flipped out yesterday. To throw a wobbly, same thing. To lose your temper, to just... I was throwing a few wobblies last week when Webinar Jam wouldn't screen share. To apologise, okay, to cause offence. So if you cause offence, it means you offend someone, you upset them, okay? And then if you upset them and you care, you apologise. If you don't care, you don't apologise. Okay, so April and anybody else, any questions about the vocabulary there? Any
I
questions
don't
about the
understand,
text?
Lynn, the last one. To cause offense is
Mm.
similar as to apologize.
Oh, sorry, no, it shouldn't really be like that, should it?
Ah, okay. It's just
Let me edit it.
the
No, that's
opposite.
to apologise. It should really to cause offence is if I could have had an arrow. In fact, that should come first, and that should come afterwards. Okay, so you cause offence, you apologise if you care. Okay,
Okay, now I understand.
good. Okay, so before we move on to the last challenge of last week, which I will be inviting Marco to take part in, and Zom if she was here, but she's not here. Marco, I'm going to invite you into the room. I can't see any questions, so let's invite Marco into the room. Marco, by the way, everybody, is Rima. Okay. And again, don't forget, I'm inviting people into the room because they've taken part in these challenges, but hopefully we'll have time today just to invite some of you others into the room as well. And when you're invited into a room, just whilst Rima's joining us, you actually do lose connection. As it connects you, you won't be able to hear what I say. So when I invite you into the room, I often take that opportunity to talk about you. Okay? No, I don't. So when we were talking about Rima just now, yeah, you believe me, it's true. Hi, Rima. Can I hear you? Can you hear me?
Hello, hello. Good
Hello,
morning.
hello. I'm only teasing you. We weren't talking about you, honestly.
Yeah, I know. As always.
Okay, Rima, congratulations, first of all, on getting the question right at last.
Thank
I
you.
can't believe it. I was so relieved this morning. You made an old lady very happy. So let's go to English radio, the final Guess the Theme game. And it took 2 weeks. It was driving me crazy. And the answer was all or nothing. Okay. So, Rima, did it become clear once you realized it's all or nothing? Was it then very clear why it was all or nothing, or have you got some questions?
Uh, yes, yes, after I got it, but I have maybe to be honest, the most useful thing was when you shared with us
I had a feeling that the name of the producer,
Mike, yes,
Mike Lee.
yeah, Mike Lee, Lee's quotes, and I tried to find these quotes on internet, and at the end of it, it was like all or nothing, and immediately everything was so clear.
Okay,
Because,
it all clicked. The penny dropped. We've got a lovely saying here. The penny dropped. When you suddenly realize something, okay, it's like ching. And you think, oh, of course. That's why I put that clue up. And I gave April the clue about Mike Lee as well, because Mike Lee produced a film called All or Nothing. And then later I gave the clue, which was part of a quote of his about the film All or Nothing. So it's like, blah, 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 when I made the film All or Nothing. And I thought, they've got to get it now. Please, please make them get it. But well done, Rima.
I was thinking almost that everything in a lot of songs there is like something like a breakup or the end of a relationship. So I think it could be a solution, but some songs
No,
they
this is well, it's kind of a problem with Guess the Theme is the nature of pop songs. The nature of music tends to
yeah.
be about people in relationships.
Yeah.
I think if you looked at every single Guess the Theme we've played, you could probably say the same for all.
For a few songs, yeah.
Yeah, and I have to say, I don't know if you've looked at English radio today. I can't put it on because it will start to play the music, and then YouTube will close me down. But when you and Zom, you both gave two different. You said relationships and breakups, and Zom said something else. And I'm not kidding you. I was like, no. Tearing my hair out. And I was getting worried. I thought maybe it's just my brain. I'm broken because it was so obvious to me. Every single title this week was pretty much all or nothing in the title. Nothing compares to you. I want it all. And I even paid. I paid money, 99 cents for the Small Faces version of All or Nothing. You guys cost me money. So, April, sweetie, having heard the answer, can you? I know it was driving you crazy. Can you see it now? I'm so sorry if it caused you pain, April. Oh, April's not talking to me now. I didn't mean to upset you, April. Maybe she's gone to make a cup of tea. April, are you talking to me? Are you not talking to me?
Oh, she said, I'm not in voice anymore.
Oh, okay. Did you leave or did it kick you? That's important to know. I want to know if you actually... It kicked you? Oh, let me invite you back in. Hang on. Oh, maybe it was Marco. Did you kick April out when you joined?
No. April is my dear friend.
Okay. So we've got another 10 minutes. Let's see who else would like to join. Moz, I'm going to invite you in when April joins us. Zathreem. Just trying to see who you are. Yeah, I don't recognize the name Zathreem. Any clues as to who you are, Zathreem? Do I know you by another name on the forum? Now, that's one of the things. I do like to know who I'm about to speak to. So just be aware of that part of this session, these sessions, either from live chat, if we've interacted, or from the forum. It just makes it easier for me to know if I know who I'm speaking to. And you can tell me, by the way, when you go to the forum and the groups, okay, when you go to join us for webinars, if you find Monday Live Chat, so live chat sessions, you can come in here and you can say, I'm going to attend this week. Can I speak with you? And then I've kind of got you in my head. Oh, they want to speak. And I'm more likely to invite you in. April, it's not letting you in anymore. Okay. Okay. Zathreem. Yeah, I want to speak. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself, Zathreem? Okay. April, I'm sorry it's kicked you out. Moz, I'm going to invite you in. Let's see what happens with Moz. When I've got Moz in, Zathreem, April, you might want to just refresh your browser. Just click Control F5 to refresh your browser, or just F5 and see if that works. Let's see if we can get Moz in. In the meantime, Rima, how was your weekend?
I was cracking the guess the tea.
No, you might have spent the
I'm
whole
kidding.
time on it. Oh, thank
I'm
goodness we're
kidding.
not
But
doing
yes,
it
but
anymore.
yesterday. No. It was. I wanted to suggest you to give us 1 week more.
Oh, no, that was not going to happen, by the way. No, because
Okay.
the radio is about to swap Okay, we're going to have to move to a new station. We're going to have to set up a new one. And so I wasn't going to be doing that and moving the files over. So, because
Okay.
so that people understand that the English radio, it's really outside the network. It's purely me having fun, sharing my music. And we've been playing games. Now that's about to stop for a while because each radio station, we're meant to get so many hours of listening to continue. And if we don't get those hours, they shut us down and we have to, so it's quite stressful. There will be a new game starting in July, and that will be open to everybody who's a member of the forum. And that will be to win a one-to-one session with me, an English learning session, of course, talking about pretty much anything, grammar, vocabulary, topics, discussions, speaking, IELTS if you want. It's the only time I'll ever do IELTS in a one-to-one session for free is if you win a session. And Rima and April have both taken part in them. Okay, so I think, Miles, you're in. Can you hear me? Can I hear you?
Yes, Lynn.
Hi, welcome into the room. Well done. How was your weekend? Did
Okay.
you, before I say anything, you've asked to speak. Did you have something you wanted to say, or did you just want to chit chat?
I forgot to join the vocabulary challenge, so I have not I have nothing to say about it, but I will try next time. Mm,
Excellent. Well, don't forget, it's quite easy once you've figured it out. It's like anything. If you want things to be just really simple, it won't just be served up to you on a plate. Okay, I'm afraid. You will have to join the forum. You do have to go into groups and join the Join Us for Webinars group. And then you have to find the vocabulary challenge. It will be 58 this week. Click on it. And then it does tell you what you need to do in the first post that I post. I try to give you as much information as you need. So it's available Tuesday to Thursday. So not at the weekend, not on a Monday. I do get people sending me messages saying, I can't join it. And I'm like, well, no, it's Monday. So read the instructions. This is really good practice for English tests, by the way. So many people make mistakes because they didn't read the instructions. You go to the Moodle school and you find the vocabulary challenge course and you enter the password for guest access, okay, and then follow the instructions in the challenge. Post your answers underneath. And if you want to take it further, once you've done the challenge, and this week's challenge really did lend itself to doing a little bit extra. Now, if you think of it as extra fun rather than extra work, that will help. But what you can then do is go into Let's Practice and Learn, your writing section, and you can write in here, Vocabulary Challenge 57. Mention me, do an @Lynn. Okay, Control @Lynn. That means I know that you've done it. And then just write a little story, just, a few paragraphs of what was happening in the picture or what it made you think of. This one, as I say, really lent itself to a little story because of the bloop on the ticker. If you didn't notice it, don't worry, Monique. There will be also occasionally, if you think, oh, I've missed them all, I've missed 57 of them. Occasionally you'll see we do roundups, okay? And the roundups are previous challenges all at once. You don't have to answer them because you'll find the answers here, but it can remind you or introduce you to the ones that you've missed, okay? And they can be from 50 weeks ago or from last week. It depends what I feel like putting together, okay?
okay, Lynn. May I ask a question?
Yep.
What usually type of questions in vocabulary posted in our forum?
Okay. You mean the actual challenges? What are they like?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
they're normally pictures with numbers. Okay, now it can be a bit tricky because the number's next to something in the picture, and you've got to tell me, or you've got to decide what that thing is. As April said, how come it was that and not this? There's no correct and incorrect answer. Okay, you look at a picture, you interpret the picture. So where it said newsroom, other people put broadcast and things. So it's not like a test, okay? But you look at the picture, there's normally at least 10 numbers on the picture, and the items next to the numbers you have to name, okay? That's the usual one, okay? There are other ones which are more like spot the difference. I have also done ones where you look at the picture and you try to tell me something about the person. We had one which was a person's room. You had to guess what she did, what her daily routine was, that kind of thing. So it can vary, but it's picture based. You look at a picture, you follow the instructions. Oh, we did one that was just words, and that was finding synonyms for words, I think. I can't remember which number that was. April, can you remember which number that was? So it's a variety of different... Let me just go back. You'll see, for example, challenge 54, and that was set on a farm. So if you look at the previous challenges, you'll pretty much be able to imagine what the picture looked like. 55, which was quite tough, that was in a bank. And what we then do, as I say, normally we go into more in-depth look at the vocabulary in this session, but Marion is going to do a session this afternoon on Skype, and she's going to use last week's topic, and you're going to be reading and discussing something to do with the topic of broadcasting, if she's followed my instructions. It's the network, anything could happen. Okay. April's just asked a question. Spot the difference from Google. Oh my God, April, I was laughing like a drain. I uploaded a picture, guys. We were out for a walk. It was a lovely day yesterday. Let me tell you a story. Sit down, grab a cup of tea. Okay. I went for a walk, as I often do on a Sunday. And I'd not got my camera with me, but I had my smartphone, and I saw this, what I thought was a really nice picture, or possibility of a picture. There was just a field, and there was a cow lying down in the field. Okay. And it was, it just caught my eye. I liked it. Okay. So let me share my moo cow picture. Okay. Can you all see that? So it is a beautiful area. Okay, it's very wide open area. It's actually surrounded by forest. You can see a few trees there, but I took the shot so that it was mostly horizon, and then the cow being the feature, the focal point of the picture, but slightly off center, so it made you look across the photograph. Okay, I tried to make something interesting about a cow lying in a field. So, what did Google do? Well, Google, when you post, I don't know if you've posted photos to Google, but if they come from your camera and they're straight into Google, it tries to make, not improvements, but it changes it. And it says things like, I can't remember, enhancement, I think it's got. You can ask it to do it, but it does it automatically. So what did Google do to my picture? Can you spot the difference?
Where is the cow?
Exactly. It's the crappiest spot the difference game ever. Yeah, I posted it to Google, April. Absolutely. Okay, so now the focal point is the radio tower. And the cow has completely disappeared, and I don't know why. It's like there's before, there's after.
Without cow.
So I've asked Google, what have you got against cows? Yeah, April, this was taken on my phone, and it will post straight to Picasa. And then Google took it and did that. So I posted it to Google because I'm just so amused by the whole thing. As I say, the worst game of Spot the Difference ever. So Moz, that won't be in the Spot the Difference game. Now, also, don't forget, these are your sessions. This is your network. If you would like to cover a particular piece of vocabulary, let me know in the vocabulary in the webinar session group. You tell me what you want to do. Otherwise, you just leave me free to be silly and do the daft things I always do. The cow's poo is the focal point now. There's no cow poo there. No, that's just grass, April. It's just this beautiful meadow. There's no poop. And by the way, we don't call it cow poo. We call it a cow pat. A cow pat. No, there's no cow pat there. That's just a bit of shadow. Do you mean this? That is not a cow pat. It's just a bit of shadow grass. A cow pat is always round and flat. Yeah, they cropped it. Google did this automatically. I did not do this. Okay, this is pure Google. They turned it black and white. They gave it this, I can't remember the effect it's called, this sort of ghosting effect at the edges. And they cropped the cow. They decided, no, that's boring. We don't want a cow. We want a radio mast.
Oh, they
So not it cropped, they cropped it. You can't, it was cropped, you could say. It was, if you wanted to use the passive, it was cropped. And if you want to use it with, it was cropped by Google. I didn't crop it. Okay. Okay, you're welcome, Moz. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. Okay, so let's, I've been trying to invite Zareem in, but Zareem, it's not working. Have you had an invitation, Zareem? I'm trying my best.
But maybe he or she doesn't know maybe about installation. They have to.
I know. That's why I'm asking. Have you received the invitation? Okay, this will explain what will happen, Harim. Harim, sorry, and you need to be aware what happens when you are invited. It's lovely to put your hand up, Zareem. Okay, but when you put your hand up, it sort of implies that you're going to know what to do. I'll try one more. I'll return you as an attendee and invite you again. We'll see what happens, but we will have to finish in a few minutes. Now, the other thing, of course, is about joining us in the live session. As Moz says, I didn't take part in the vocabulary challenge, so I've not got much to say. It is about having something to say. That's why live chat concentrates on the challenge, on any games we've been playing, on the live chat page. And if nobody's been on the live chat page, something from the forum. It's about interacting. It's not just about going, hello, I want to learn English. That's a given. You're here. I know you want to learn or to improve your English. So do think about what you want to say before you request to speak, and be aware that you do need to be logged in, preferably with Chrome on a PC or laptop with a headset and microphone. Okay. Now, the reason I say headset and microphone is if you don't use a microphone, if you use your internal microphone, maybe I should put that and or external microphone, you'll get echo and it's horrible. Okay, well, I can't hear Zareem, and Zareem's not replying to me. Zareem, are you there? Let's see if he's still in the call. It's still in the call? No, okay. Okay. The other thing is, and this is one of the things we kind of, it's like a bonus lesson on the network. It's really good. You might not even know where it's happening. Just because you're not having, just because you're having fun doesn't mean you're not learning. One of the things we do really improve on the English network is patience. Okay. When you join the English network, you have to be patient. We have a mantra. We do what we can when we can. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes they work beautifully. But yeah, patience is pretty much a requirement. Patience to wait for sessions to run, patience to get into them, patience to be added to the call, patience, patience, patience. We have a saying in English, a little rhyme. Patience is a virtue, possess it if you can, seldom in a woman, never in a man. I knew you'd like that one, Rima. Yeah, Moz, I know. And you have got, in fact, I think you've got the persistence badge. Because if you show patience and if you are persistent, then you will get a badge called the persistence badge on the forum. And it shows that you've taken your time and you've persisted in getting into a session, in joining, in getting to speak. And yeah, if you get that badge, you'll know that you've achieved the main aim of the network, which is to teach patience. I'm not sure if I've actually got it. I don't think I've got it. I think Zom has. Let me see. Has Zom got the persistence badge? Oh, she hasn't won it yet. That's a shame. I should have given her that. Let's see. Mohit, I think, got it. Who's got it?
I think that I have it.
Yeah, where are you, Rima? Where are you? It's about finding you here.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, no. There it is. Khalid's got it. Persevere, not persistence. Perseverance badge.
Perseverance.
And if you want to know why it's a spider, you need to look up Robert the Bruce.
Lynn, I have a question.
Yeah, go on.
Is it hard to be consistent as a English speaker because I learned a lot of lessons from different websites and videos. Is it hard for me or to anyone speak as a perfect grammar? Spoke in a perfect grammar, I mean.
If you get feedback, yes, of course. I mean, my grammar's pretty good. Feedback's really important, Moz, honestly. It's so important. Because if you can repeat things parrot fashion, but English can't be spoken parrot fashion. Once you get beyond the stock answers, the beginner A1, A2 level, you start getting into the intermediate levels, and then suddenly your learning will slow down because you've got so many different ways of saying the same thing and with slightly different connotations, different meaning. And that's where you need feedback. So I don't think there's any right or wrong way to learn English. There's the way that works for you. And for me, I need feedback. I really do. Lots of feedback. I need to know when I've made a mistake. And I need to know when I haven't made a mistake. Sometimes I think something's wrong and it's not. It's just different to the answer given in the test or the exam or the page I'm on, the grammar page I'm on. Rima, you were saying?
Yes, when just one little preposition could change everything.
It's the little words that really trick you. It's the tiny. You think, it's a little word. Up, yeah, okay, up. I mean, honestly, up. And then the little verb get. Get you. Just how would you know that as an English learner? If somebody says, "Ooh, get you," it's really a tricky. But that's what makes it fun. So, Moz, have fun, but persevere. Okay. Persevere. You see, deleted user didn't persevere, got the persevere badge, and then got deleted, which means stopped interacting. So, but all these other people still persevering, including Rima. There you are, Rima.
Isn't it ironic? Deleted user got perseverance. As Alanis Morissette song.
Except Zom. Yeah, what does that say? Okay, Muzz, last question. I'm going to have to go, otherwise I won't get my coffee.
Lynn, if talking about feedback, it will come from myself or from anybody
Other
else.
people. Other people who are qualified to give you feedback. So people who know, advanced learners or native speakers or people who know. Okay, the worst kind of feedback you can get is the wrong feedback or negative feedback. So you need to find people you trust to give you that feedback, like we do in the pronunciation sessions, which will be in 20 minutes in Kitely. And we're going to be reading a poem today. I will send you the link for where we're going to meet. Check the group notifications, okay? So I will hopefully see you then. Moz, we can do a session on how to learn English if you'd like. Ask me on the forum if you'd like to do a session on English tips and how to learn and how you learn and blah, 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 blah. Okay?
Oh, Lynn. Okay, Lynn.
Everybody wants to talk about that, but honestly, you could talk about that for the rest of your life and you'd still come up with different answers for different people because we're all individuals. So, but we can do one session on it, one a year. Okay, take care then. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the session. We won't be here next week. Next weekend is Easter, so there's a bit of a break, which is why Marian's going to be running the sessions and I'm still going to run my sessions this week, just so you get the hours in. In fact, I think we've got 6 or 7 hours of English today alone. So get involved, find them, go searching for them. Yeah, it's like a little treasure hunt. And yeah, persevere. Okay, and you might just get the spider badge. Take care. Thanks, Rima and April, as well, for taking part. And thank you for attending. Bye.
Thank you, Lynn. See you. Bye.